Good morning everybody, this is Johnny S with another R6 vlog. In today's topic we're going to talk about 5 common mistakes or misconceptions, you can call them, that usually new drivers do, but it's not only exclusive to new riders. You know, some older riders do this also. So I'm just gonna mention this, trying to get everybody's feedback. So if you do disagree, you know, please do let me know. As usual, small introduction about me. My name is John, 44 years old guy living in Greece, grew up in Australia. And then we're on top of a Yamaha R6 2006 moto. A little bit of some personal update information. I am under quite a bit of pain. There's been a surgery which have been avoided without going into too much details. And it seems as if I cannot avoid it anymore. So I do have to visit the surgeon, and that might mean that I might go and do the surgery. It's a minor surgery, but you know, it might mean that I will not be able to drive for a while, the bike. That could also be part of the reason why I'm putting it on hold, including many other things. So we're in quite a bit of a pain. Our susceptibility to stupidity is limited, so hopefully we won't find anybody on the road. I'm gonna one of these days I'm gonna start taking around people. Anyway, so today's topic, I'm gonna talk about 5 things that new riders make, 5 mistakes, let's say, or some things which they might not have thought of them as proper. It's not to tease anyone. We're all new riders. I was a noob also, a newbie, what you might call me. It's no shame. We learn from these things. So the first misconception that I will mention is highways. New riders are afraid, scared, however you want to call it, of the highways. And that is something that, at least as per my advice, I don't think new riders should be scared of highways. To give an example, let's say we're driving down here, there might be a car jumping out this way, especially the tighter, let's say, the roads get and everything. There might be more obstacles, there might be crossways, cars jumping out, bike jumping out. You gotta keep your mind out, cross parks, walkways. The more contested an area is, the more things you need to keep your mind out for, you know what I mean? Whereas where you get on the highway, some new riders, they tend to be discouraged because they think of like it's high speed and it's dangerous. I understand that. I was like that also, but there's nothing really that you need to be afraid of on the highway, you know what I mean? It's if you think about it, it's actually a lot more safer, because there's a lot of things that might surprise you or jump out at you, you know what I mean? Usually it's barricaded, a highway is barricaded, so it's protected when it comes to, let's say, animals or things like that. There's no intersections. Everybody goes in a straight line. It's quite, you know, besides the exits and the entries, everybody goes quite, you know, straight on the line. All you have to worry about is your speed, your position, as we mentioned in previous videos, and that's about it. So I don't think you need to be afraid of them. Your speed regulation is something that I will agree that if your bike is very small, especially if you're a new rider, you bought a small bike, which means you cannot reach specific speeds, let's say, then you might be worried, and that could be viable. I'm not saying, you know, there's no reason behind worrying. And we're back. So first thing on the highway is you need to approach traffic and get in line with them, not the other way around. So you merge in the traffic by increasing your speed to what the rest of the vehicles are. It's quite windy again today. So let's say we've gotten onto the highway. There's not many things that can go wrong, you know what I mean? You can see. Besides fucking idiots like that. What are you, drunk? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, he's just an idiot. So you pick a lane, you're the right lane, the left lane, whatever lane, depending on your speed. Oh, fuck, it hurts. If you got a not such a quick bike, you're better off staying on the right hand side lane, let's say. And that's pretty much it, you know, I mean, you don't have to worry a lot about things. Keep your lane, keep your distance, let's say, and there's a couple of other things that I will mention. But the first thing that I wanted to begin with, because I have seen this go a little bit crazy, is exactly that, you know what I mean? The misconceptions that highways are dangerous and you should avoid them, or, you know, whatever. The second thing that I wanted to mention is turn your head. We've talked about this partially in previous videos, where your, let's say, head position should be facing towards the direction that you're driving, meaning you cannot have a still head and just shift your eyes. It is advisable to actually turn your head towards where you want to go. So we have mentioned this before, but this has got more to do with changing lanes. It's got to do more with adjusting your direction. And it's the same for cars also, you know what I mean? Even if you've gone on a car, they will tell, the teacher will tell you, when you change lanes, open your indicator and then go. Subconsciously I'm looking on the mirror because of the last idiot that passed me here. Oh, fucking retards. Anyway, and then also turn your head to cover your blind spots. On the cars, there's a bigger blind spot, let's say, because you are contained within a vehicle, but that does not mean on a bike you don't have a blind spot also. The mirror can only cover a certain distance, you know what I mean? So you do need to be aware, as I mentioned in the positional awareness video, of the blind spots, but you also need to be aware of your blind spot, you know what I mean? So you need to turn your head. To demonstrate this, let's say I'm going this way, I'm looking at my mirror, I'm turning my head like that, that's it. It's not much more that you need to do, you know what I mean? Now I'm going back to the right hand side lane, so again, I check my mirror, turn my head like that. That's all you need to turn your head. If you're not sure you want to turn it more, on the left hand side you can actually lift the handlebar, and let's say you're looking at your mirror and you can do this a little bit, so you can shift your arm up. On the right hand side, because you got your gas, especially if you're merging, let's say, onto traffic, it's a little bit more difficult. So let's say here I want to see more, I gotta let go of the gas. You know what I mean? You can also press the clutch so the bike doesn't slow down with the engine brake a lot, but you know, that's something that you do need to get used to doing. Move your head, don't be stationary, cover all your blind spots. That's very, very important. Number 3, avoid blind spots. I've said this previously, but I will try to demonstrate it a little bit better. Avoid blind spots is, for example, you see the taxi driver. If I sit here, he can't see me. I can be here, but if I shift here, he can see me because of his rearview mirror. So that's another thing that I mentioned about the position, and on another video that I had also mentioned the techniques of observability, vision. One of the things that happens subconsciously as you learn the bike and you can become a better and better driver is that you place yourself, and subconsciously you are also paying attention to the vehicle driver's head. And I've seen this happen sometimes. Like I might be on a place, let's say, where I'm on a blind spot. Let's say the black car, I'm approaching it, and let's say here is the blind spot. There's been sometimes that unsubconsciously I do this, and I do that without even me paying attention. In my mind, I'm used to seeing the other guy's eyes through mirrors, through whatever, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Sometimes subconsciously you start doing things that you don't think you will do, yet you are doing them. That's one of the things that you need to get used to. You will subconsciously start observing people's faces and get used to those blind spots. So that's one thing. Avoid blind spots. Another thing, and the last two things are a little bit controversial. They're a little bit contrary to popular belief, but I'll mention them. Another thing that I will say is regulate speed. Never go on the same speed as the traffic. If your bike is not fast enough, let's say, like here for example, I'm passing quick and I'm letting the gas go. Shifting. You see what I'm doing? I'm shifting. I'm not passing on a steady pace. If your bike is not powerful enough, go a little bit slower than traffic. Let them pass you. Go on the right hand side. It's not recommended. The best is to go a little bit faster than them, if you can. I know that you might say, this is why I say it's contrary to popular belief. What happens if everybody goes fast? Fuck it. Fuck it. That's where the speed limits and the moronic, idiotic fucking laws come into place. They're not going to dictate what's safe for you. You know what I mean? Let's go the same speed that everybody else is going. This is 80. This road is 80. I'm going the same speed as everybody else. Can you see my speed? I'm 107. I'm 107. Look at the guys on the left lane. I'm going same speed, 107. Look at all the line, 107. And even to where I'm here, a guy might come behind me. Let's go a little bit faster. Okay, and stop, slow down. We'll pick the grey vehicle. Are we the same speed? Yeah, we're the same speed. What's the speed? 107. Let's go, speeding up a little bit, 115. We're going the same speed as the super guy. Okay, look at that, 121. It's a fucking 80 zone. It's a fucking 80 zone and 70 on sometimes. We're still going the same speed. You want me to go 80, I'll get fucking crushed. So fuck that. Counter to popular belief. Go a little bit faster than everybody else. This car here, open the gas. Pass him quicker. Go through his blind spot faster. Again, open the gas. Pass this guy quicker. To the point that he can see us. You're merging on an exit. Open your flashlight, your indicator. Another contrary, and the last one, and this is number 5. Don't go spastic on your fucking indicators. Don't go spastic on your indicators. Okay. Again, this is contrary to popular belief. Most people think that, especially new drivers, that when you're a bike, you gotta change the lanes, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta open your indicator, you're going here, you're going there. No, you fucking idiot. When you're on a bike, if you follow the previous rules, going a little bit faster, skimming through the traffic, you might be shifting from one lane to another lane, you might do some zigzags to avoid cars. You cannot open your indicator and have your mind waste time, like here for example. Open my indicator, close my indicator. Okay, press the fucking brakes, open my indicator, go a little bit up, it's there, close the indicator. Go back here, open my indicator, go a little bit like that, get closer. This car is a little bit towards this side, open my indicator, go a little bit like that. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? So people, you gotta wake up. You don't need to open your indicator as if you're in a car. And this is me talking. I'm a car driver, and because I'm a very typical car driver, there has not been a single time in a car that I have not changed lanes, even the slightest movement, and haven't opened my indicator well before I do whatever I do. So on the car I drive different. You can't put the fucking same rules, you know what I mean? And also an indicator is not gonna save you. Some people, some motorcycle drivers, they think I'm gonna get a loud pipe, a loud exhaust, and people are gonna hear me. They're not gonna hear you. Some people think that I'm going to get I'm going to be putting my indicator and they're going to see me. Again, they're not going to see you. The mentality that you need to have as a motorcycle rider is that no one has and will see you. No one. Okay? You're the smallest vehicle on the road. A lot of people also buy white helmets. They prefer lighter color bikes. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, okay, but I've talked with many of them, and I told, like, there was a friend of mine, and he had gotten a white bike. He happened to be a police officer, a close friend, and I was teasing him. I got him, you gotta be a fucking copper even on your real life, huh? And he told me, no, dude, because I'm doing this because I want to be more visible, you know what I mean? The white color can be seen. But under that logic, you cannot go extreme. What should I wear? Fluorescent yellow, so I can be seen, you know what I mean? It's, again, it's much better to be more, let's say, defensive, and take into consideration that you are not and will never be seen, so that your actions will dictate accordingly how you drive more defensively and protect yourself more, rather than thinking that, yeah, I've got a loud exhaust, people can hear me, I've got a white helmet, people can hear me. No, people can see me, sorry. People cannot hear you, see you. So the same thing goes for the indicators. You opening the indicators 300 times every time you swap lanes, it actually can be more dangerous so many times, because you've got your mind on it and you're spending unneeded attention to something that you could be focused on the road. So if you see me where I open my indicator, and I've got a problem with my indicator, there was another guy on my channel that was saying, he was telling me off in a way. He was saying, yeah, you preach but you don't practice. I saw your videos, you don't use your indicators and everything. I've got a problem with my right indicator. And he must have been talking about a little bit further down, where I used to make a right turn, and sometimes the indicator doesn't turn on, you know what I mean? So here, for example, I'm not using my indicator. I'm not going to use it. There's no point to it. I'm going through the lines. What do you want me to do? Turn the indicator 300 times? It's fucking stupid. When you're skimming through traffic, you don't need your indicator, you know what I mean? If you follow the rule that you need to go a little bit faster than traffic, again, you're going faster than traffic. You don't need your indicator, you know what I mean? Open your indicator where you need to. God damn it. Open your indicator where you need to. Here, for example, I'm gonna merge towards the right hand side lane. I will open my indicator. Okay, here. Because I'm gonna cut across these guys. And not only that, here, for example, here I'll open my indicator because I want to show that I'm going to go in. That's where I use my indicator, and I'm going relatively slow speed, you know what I mean? I'm going to make a right turn here, and I do use my indicator. So when I turn, I use my indicator. When I'm at a light and I'm stationary, I use my indicator. On these circumstances, I'm using the indicator, okay? If I'm not doing any of these, then I don't use my indicator. Here, for example, I will let my indicator on. So don't go spastic on the indicators, you know what I mean? Try to use them when you're turning, try to use them when you're changing direction, when you're slowing down on the traffic. You don't need to use your indicator every single time you swap a fucking lane. Some new riders do that a lot, you know what I mean? They just, I see them on the road and it's like indicator, indicator, indicator. You can relax. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the 5 main points. I'll try to overcap and remind everybody, don't be afraid of the highways. Turn your head, cover your blind spots, avoid people's blind spots in general. Regulate your speed a little bit faster or a little bit slower. Don't go spastic on the on the indicators, and you should be alright, you know what I mean? You should be alright. You don't need to be afraid of the roads. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and we'll talk soon, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye bye.